Hi kids! Did you know that the largest flower found on earth weighs 15 pounds and can grow up to 3 feet? And the smallest is the size of a grain of rice. Flowers are more than pretty things. They are responsible for the reproduction of plants and are absolutely essential. Let us learn more about them. A flower is a characteristic feature of a flowering plant and is actually an extension of the shoot meant for reproduction. Flowers are attractive and appear in different colors and shapes to attract pollinators who help in pollen transfer. Most flowers have 4 main parts: sepals, petals, stamens, and carpels. The stamens are the male part, whereas the carpels are the female part of the flower. Most flowers are hermaphrodite, where they contain both male and female parts. Others may contain one of the 2 parts and may be male or female. Let's go into more detail about the parts of plants. Peduncle. Stalk of the flower is called peduncle. That part of the flower to which the stalk is attached to is small and found at the center of the base of the flower. This is called receptacle. Sepals are the small leaf-like parts growing at the base of the petals. They form the outermost wall of the flower. Collectively, sepals are known as the calyx. The main function of the calyx and its sepals is to protect the flower before it blossoms. Petals. This layer lies just above the sepal layer. They are often bright in color as their main function is to attract pollinators such as insects, butterflies, etc. to the flower. The petals are collectively known as the corolla. Stamens are the male parts of a flower. Many stamens are collectively known as the Androecium. They are structurally divided into 2 parts. Filament, the part that is long and slender and attached to anther to the flower. Anthers is the head of the stamen and is responsible for producing the pollen which is transferred to the pistil or female parts of the same or another flower to bring about fertilization. Pistils. Pistil form the female part of a flower. A collection of pistils is called Gynoecium. Pistil consists of 4 parts. Stigma is found at the tip of the style. It forms the head of the pistil. The stigma contains a sticky substance whose job is to catch pollen grains from different pollinators or those dispersed through the wind. They are responsible to begin the process of fertilization. Style is a long, slender stalk that holds the stigma. Once the pollen reaches the stigma, the style starts to become hollow and forms a tube called the pollen tube, which takes the pollen to the ovaries to enable fertilization. Ovaries form the base of the pistil. The ovary holds the ovules, and ovules are the egg cells of a flower. They are contained in the ovary. In the event of a favorable pollination, where a compatible pollen reaches the stigma and eventually reaches the ovary to fuse with the ovules, this fertilized product forms the fruit and the ovules become the seeds of the fruit. I hope this cleared your doubts. Until next time.